Hi everyone. This is the last of the topics on data, the last of the lessons. It's called Interpreting Data. We're going to have a look at outliers, correlation and regression mostly, as well as explanatory and response variables, what they are and how all these things link together and why they're important. So this is what we're going over today. We'll have a look at those explanatory and response variables and what they are, how we can identify outliers, and what they are, correlation, causation, how they link together and when they might mislead us potentially, and regression lines and what they're all about. This should be a fairly short topic as we don't need to go into too much depth. We don't need to do any really difficult calculations. It's just basically have an understanding of all these topics. So explanatory and response variables, what are they all about? Well, you might remember talking about the independent and dependent variables at GCSE. Really, they're just like a statistics version of that, if you like. There's some subtle differences, but an explanatory variable is basically an independent variable. It's the thing that explains the change in the response variable. The response variable is the thing we're actually measuring, and the thing we actually see changing, whereas the explanatory variable is the thing we try and control normally. So the response variable normally goes on the y-axis, and the explanatory variable normally goes on the x-axis. For instance, amount of fast food eaten. This could be our explanatory because it explains weight increase, which would be our response that we'd measure. And you'd get a graph like this with weight and fast food on that axis. Another example, the size of the TV screen, the cost of the TV. Again, this is the explanatory. This is the response that we actually measure. And another one, the number of rooms in the house explains the cost of the heating bill. Okay, this is the response. So there's just a bit of a, as I say, a statistics version of the dependent and independent variables. You just need a very broad understanding of what an explanatory and a response variable are. To be honest, it's quite unlikely you'd get asked an exam question about this, but it's on the specification, so worth knowing.